Oh, hello there, welcome to my vlog. My name is Georgina, the Honest Vocal Coach. I'm also a psychic and I love to crochet. Today you joined me in the car on Sunday morning. It is second-hand shop morning. We like to go around the charity shops. We don't always buy stuff, but it's kind of an inspiring thing for us. I've got so many ideas in my head today, which is fantastic because I've just been doing for the last however long. And I had a really long sleep. I went to bed at 8 and didn't get up till 9:45. So I've got loads of ideas. We've been talking about plastic bags, paper bags, the importance of recycling, having bags at the shop that are not, all that kind of stuff. I'm planning a Vlogmas. I'm planning my channel for next year. So all in all, my brain has gone into organisation mode. So I think pretty much that's what this video is going to entail. So I am going to make a list of all the bags that we need for the shop. I know this doesn't sound very exciting, but I think it's important that you have good bags to give out to customers. I really can't bring myself to charge people for bags. I can't do it. So, and it's also having sustainable bags. We had been using bags that we'd already got, but Simon thinks that's unprofessional, and I agree. You don't want to be giving out an Asda carrier bag for your own shop. So I'm going to be looking at different bag ideas, what works, what doesn't work, or what we hope would work. And I'm going to be planning out Vlogmas. So we're just about to get to the first charity shop. Today I'm going to be looking for just inspiration, really. I don't need anything. I've got a lot of customer orders still, so it's just seeing, really. Oh, we might need some latte, though, Simon. Latte. There's paper everywhere. Must have been a good night out last night in Pontefract. All the Christmas windows are in. That shop that used to be, sorry, we're just going over cobbles. That building that used to be sort of a computery game shop has closed. So it's got the glorious window back. And then there's another one that was an estate agent that's closed. But again, they're really pricey and they're not right in the centre of town, so it's not right for us. We're all right where we are for now. Right, we're here. We're at the first one. Let's go in. So it seems that I have a damp bottom. Simon left the window open in the car. Don't look at me like that.
You said it wrong, yeah. That was weird.
A damp bottom, a wet ass, the computer shop, games place, gone. Gorgeous window back. Also, this one has emptied recently. It was Martin & Co. Estate Agents. It's got 3 floors. It's gorgeous. I think it's £1,000 a month. We ain't got that. We'll stick with the markets, I think. So we've done the first 2. We did Sense and we did the Prince of Wales Hospice. We didn't bother with the British Heart Foundation because it's not very good and it's too expensive. You might as well buy the things new. So there was quite a lot of crafty stuff, which was good, little felting kits and things like that. A lady was just bringing in patterns and some boxes of material, she said. I was like, oh, let me have a look. I didn't know, I held it back. And poor Simon dropped a car. He was looking at something, dropped it, smashed it, so I was like, I'm going to have to buy it now. So he's got a car he didn't want. So we're now off to the Featherstone one just for a little nosy. I didn't know we were going here, so this is good. And are you finishing off with YMCA, or are you not bothered since we did it yesterday? Maybe, we'll see. So next up is Vlogmas. Now what Simon suggested, which I think is great, is having a calendar where it's an advent calendar and you open it each time, and I don't know whether it's a yarn calendar or a chocolates or whatever, you open it every single day and that's included in the vlogs, and that's a great idea. But we're still stuck on how many vlogs and I'm going to be doing, because I think doing them every single day from the 1st to the 25th is really tough. I have one year I did every day of December, all of the days, and that was hard. But obviously the implications of that are pretty good. Means you get more exposure, more people looking at your vlogs, it is a valuable thing, but you kind of want a bit of time off at Christmas at some point, which I think the 1st to the 25th is a better option than the entirety of December. What you could do actually is do 1st to the 25th every day, but then go back to the normal for the rest of December, Wednesdays, Sundays, so you're still getting vlogs. That's possible. I'm just trying to think how I would manage a vlog every single day for December. So I'm going to have a word with Alex, see what Alex thinks. I know you guys currently watching, you'll be like, do every day! But having a half an hour vlog every day, edited, putting enough in it that's interesting is tough. I mean, it's hard as it is now, trying to make sure it's not just all crochet or it's not just all whatever. Trying to make the vlogs varied, I think, is important because it keeps interest. So, yeah, I'm still thinking on that one. There's no decision yet with the vlogs. I'm sure by the end of this video, hopefully, we'll have Vlogmas sorted. Hopefully. So we're going to YMCA? Yeah, we're doing one more before we go home. I will be doing crochet today, just so you know. I've got orders still, but it's very much a planning day, planning what I need to do. And while I remember, I'm going on another trip next week. Whoop whoop. So I have been looking at what yarn shops, what craft places, what places I can visit are there. I am going to Chester next Wednesday. Whoop whoop. And I'd like to do one a month because I think it's fab. I really enjoyed the last one to Bury Market. So next is Chester, and it's this Wednesday, so I will be vlogging the whole thing. And I think I'm going to have to book one for December. And it makes sense for it to be a Christmas market that can be vlogged. What do we think? I think he's concentrating.
I wasn't listening.
You weren't listening?
Am I supposed to be listening to this?
No.
Yes then. I am 100% behind it.
So supportive. He is driving, so you know. Right, so we're at YMCA now. We went yesterday, but we thought we'll just finish off here. There's not many spaces. You gonna manage? Just gonna manage. We're going in. Oh. Right, so we've had some lunch. I did Warburton's Thins with an egg in it in the little, I forgot what kind of maker it is. I bought it last year with a little bit of cheese. Very tasty. I'm now sorting out the bags to go to the shop and the market. Look at all this. So this is what was at recycled CIC Diggerland. There's some extra bits in, and then there's this one as well. They're to go to the shop, and these two piles are all to go to the market. There is hats and cardigans and all sorts of things, so I've got so much to organise. This lot needs pricing, but that lot is pretty much done. I've just got a few hats and pieces that I need to sort of price up. Simon's given me this, which is very nice of him. It's a make a list Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday type of thing. That might come in very useful. And I'm going to spend some more time organising. Over the last day or so, I've been working alongside Carolyn, who is the haberdashery lady for the shop. And she's been helping me source the items for my first crochet kit. The item that is going to be made has been agreed. I think I have decided on the yarn, but I'm still a bit... There's a few others that I might like to try, but I think I've decided on the yarn for it. Carolyn's helped me source the crochet hooks and the bits and pieces that goes in the box. My next job is I am looking at boxes that we put them in, so the packaging, and then the artwork. It's very exciting. So there will be a tutorial that goes along with the kit, and you'll be able to buy the kit in the shop or online. And the tutorial will be on YouTube as well. So, and there will be a written pattern, my first written pattern inside the box. So it's still going on. It's taken a little while to organise. I've got to do it right. But I am excited to eventually launch my first crochet kit. I'm only making a batch of 8, so it'll be a limited number. And then after that, depending on how it works, we'll do something else, another kit, and so on. I've been doing a lot of research on crochet kits, and I have discovered that the majority of kits that are out there are either starter kits where they've just got everything like needles, hooks, a bit of yarn, all that kind of stuff in it. So there's that, and then the other ones that I was looking at are all amigurumi. They are all pink. They are all pretty much little animals, characters basically. There are very few, unless you go to Etsy, that are wearables, and I want to make wearables, do wearables kits. So for example, a scarf, you can make your own scarf. Here's the yarn, here's how to do it, and then you can buy more yarn and make more of said scarf. So that's kind of my idea for this. There will be adult kits. I'm not looking at the children market. And now I need to start putting artwork and stuff like that together. I think I've decided on the box style. The boxes that I like are Vision a Happy Meal, a McDonald's Happy Meal. I'm sure there are other places that do something similar. And it's like a lunch box. So you fold in the sides and it's got a little handle at the top. That would be lovely, I think, because of the height. It's great to be able to put the artwork on the front and back, stickers and stuff. But then also the fact that it's a nice, easy carrying little box. I did think about paper bag style, but I don't think they're thick enough, because you could just do a paper bag and stick the top. I don't want to go that simplistic. I want it to be a little bit more professional looking than that. I did look at boxes that are flat, but then you don't really see the artwork. It's just, you know, depending on how you put them out for display. So I'd rather it have some height to it. So I think I'm going to go the lunchbox style. I'm going to go a neutral colour, almost so it looks like cardboard, but then the artwork will be stuck onto it rather than it being shiny. I like that kind of rustic, natural look. So I've got that set out of what I need to order and stuff. So when everything arrives, I will keep you posted on how I'm putting it all together. Obviously, I don't want to let all my secrets out, and this is the first time I've ever made a kit. I've had other things that I've made that have been branded when I ran Vocal Tutor, and of course, being the Honest Vocal Coach, I have a set of vocal exercises, female, male, although you can use either or, and there's also a set of tongue twisters. I also have my own Ouija boards randomly with Spirit logo on. I want to make more products that are specifically me, that I've spent time to prepare and make, that potentially in the future, if people like them, they could be sold on a bigger sort of scale. For example, if, I don't know, let's just pick a craft shop in York, they love my crochet kits, they can buy a batch of them and they can have them in their shop and we'll make more. But I still want them to feel a little bit handmade, as in they're not too polished and professional looking, but not just like a kit you get from Aldi or wherever. I want them to look like there's some care put in them. Also, I'm considering making bags that go inside the box for all the pieces. So needles, stitch markers, crochet hook, measuring tape, that kind of thing. I'm considering making some just little material bags with a drawstring that would just run off on the sewing machine, that you can then use later on for yourself to put all of your bits in, your notions in. But again, it's keeping costs low so that the kits are not too expensive. But as it is, I've got so much like material to make these little pouches would be dead easy. I've got access to ribbon, elastic, stuff like that at the shop. So to just run off some small little bags would be great. Adding zips is going to take more time and be more complicated, but little drawstring bags is a great thing, I think. So any suggestions, ideas, let me know, because this is really exciting for me. it's sort of something that I'd like to spend more time doing, making tutorials, making products. I did have an idea of making some spirit message cards as well for the shop, but never really got to that point. So I'm going to start using my little notepad here, which is fantastic. Grow where you are planted, notes, goals, Monday to Sunday. This will be very useful when it comes to planning the vlogs. This day will be this day will be that, so that there's some sort of theme that runs through the videos. And I have a goal to continue growing this vlog. At the moment, we've just hit 15,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Yay! So I want to keep growing and growing. I think next stop is 20,000, and then we'll go from there. And I did see the comment in the comment section on one of the videos of someone who said, I bet she paid for the views. It's not actually something that you can do that I'm aware of, that you can pay for views. I have in the past paid for advertising to promote said videos, but I haven't ever paid for views. That's just wrong. And when you are one tiny vlogger in the sea of millions of vloggers and, you know, craft, just YouTubers, sometimes you have to pay for advertising so you stand out, so you get a bit of momentum. Just like anything else, if you're promoting a shop, you need to try and do as much as you can to promote it. So I don't think it is a bad thing, but there we are. I just thought I would address that point. So I'm just negotiating with Linda, that's what that text was, who's brought me some gorgeous cardigans and some hats and a hat and scarf set. She made some last year and gave me them last Christmas, but we did it differently last time. Every time one sold, I paid for it. This time I'm buying them in bulk, like I do with Janet, and then they get sold in the shop and on the market and stuff. It just helps bulk up stock. Plus, both Linda and Janet are ladies where they're just massive crafters and they love doing it, but they don't have an outlet to sell these items. So why not? Why not? And if they're good quality, good items, why not? They get paid for their time. I put a little bit extra on it. It's only like using a wholesaler, I guess. And Janet, as you know, has a lot of stuff. So it's just picking the right things that you're going to sell in your shop. So this vlog's very businessy. I totally get that. But it's a good thing. I need to really spend some time planning. Organising paper bags is way more complicated than I thought. Trying to get the right size that you want for a reasonably okay price and the right colour is turning out to be quite a nightmare. One size is not in stock, another size is in stock. It's just like, I wanted to get it all from one company if I could, to save on postage costs and stuff like that. But as it turns out, it's free delivery from the ones that I've chosen. And I've got 20 large yellow paper bags, which matches the beautiful duck logo made by the duck, yellow, and 50 pink small paper bags, which matches the pink that's on my cards. So that kind of works. So they're not the cheapest thing in the world, but I think it is professional to have a nice bag that you give out with handmade items that are made. So that will be 50, 60, 70 paper bags in total, and it will cost me, plus the boxes that I have chosen for my crochet kit, it will be £34.12. That's not that bad, really. I've got to make a list of all the costs for the crochet kit as well, so I'm going to start that now so I can write down exactly what things have cost what. So crochet kit costings, right, we're getting there. Right, let's tot all this up. So far for the kits, does not include yarn, we've got 58p for the box, plus 15 for a measure, plus 55 for the needles, plus 63 for the hook, plus 29p for the stitch markers. So far it's costing the grand total of £2.20 to make. So then we have to put the cost of the yarn on top, And obviously there's my time and artwork and stickers and stuff, which will also add on. But all in all, so far, it's only costing me £2.20 per pack to make them. I don't want to make them expensive, but obviously we've got to cover costs. And yeah, so that's a start. That's where we're at. So I think I'll get all of these bags ordered. And I think the next step will be the pattern and the tutorial and get the yarn decided. The thing is, I've actually got loads of yarn that is suitable for it, but I looked at this last night and it was like, the ones I looked at on Etsy were not branded. They just had a nice caked ball of yarn in there that I think looks like it's off a bigger ball. So they've maybe just yarned up enough for that project and then put it in the box, which I think is a better idea than putting a whole 100-gram ball in, which you don't need 100 grams. So to make it more cost effective, you would find out exactly how much yarn you need and then include that with a bit spare in every single pack. And I've got some beautiful colours that I could use, which would save me buying yarn to make the packs up with. That could be the right sized cakes, and I'm thinking 4 different colours for what it is that I'm making, and I'll do 2 of each, so 2 of each of the first set of 8. I'm thinking. Again, any suggestions, let me know in the comments. But yeah, as you can see, I'm thinking some of this through as we go, but it would make more sense to cake up from bigger balls to make it more cost effective than buying a ball of each. Plus, you kind of don't want somebody else's branding in the box. For example, standard ball of yarn here, and you kind of don't want the branding in there unless, of course, you're being sponsored by said branding. It doesn't mean I'm going to get unbranded yarn. I'm still going to get good yarn, just that it's not necessarily branded up within the box. It'll be caked. Yeah, it's all coming. It's all coming. Right, it's that time. What we made Wednesday. Now, I don't actually have anything from Alex to show you, but here are all the items that I've completed in the last week. This pumpkin hat, a custom order, a Christmas pudding, which I really enjoyed making. I thought this was fantastic. This customer order, the extra long V-stitch scarf. This one, the Harvest Carnival, the pictures don't show the justice of how awesome this is. The Emotions crop top jumper, a set of spirit beanies. There is Melody, this blue one. There is Sundown, this colour. And there's also the greens, which is called Meadow. Finally, a cat beanie, which I made while doing the tutorial. So all of these items, unless it was a customer order, is available on the website, link below. So it's now 4:45 and we are going to have Chinese today. Liz has arrived. Anyway, Simon's just got back, has been to Lisa's. I've been crocheting for the last couple of hours. Look what we've got! Simon's just brought these in. Yay! So we've got our lovely advent calendars. I've got Galaxy and Liz has got Cadbury's White. Very nice. Thank you very much, Simon. That will be great for my Vlogmas, and just because I really like Galaxy chocolate. He knows me very well. So I'm going to be ordering the Chinese food shortly. Nom nom. Oh, hello. Welcome to my vlog today. It is Monday. It is 3 o'clock. Oh, I nearly went 3 o'clock. It's absolutely freezing. As you can see, I have many layers on. I have my black coat. I have Alex's fleece that I pinched. I've got a beanie underneath. I've got a scarf as well underneath all this. It's so cold. I was really struggling earlier, but after we've had some lunch and yet another latte, I've had to have a few to try and keep me warm. Feel all right. So sales-wise, I have sold zip. But Alex has sold 3 pairs of earrings, a hat, a wreath. Is that right? Yeah, Alex is selling everything today. And who's paying for a table? Oh yeah, that'll be me. So Alex is now making more earrings while we are sat here with our little craft table. Oh yes, we have some here that have been made up. These are stitch markers. How about... Oh, they're cute. Look, these are earrings. They are tiny turtles. We've got cacti. Cacti. And grapes. So yeah, that's what Alex is doing. And I am working on a pattern for some leg warmers. I brought my orders with me, so I'm doing that in between. Oh, and giraffes. Giraffes. So I've brought a pattern with me. I'm trying a pattern for leg warmers. I'm not entirely sure I like it yet, but I'm gonna sort of wear them for a while, see what I think, and then if I like them, we'll make more. But I just can't help myself using variegated yarn. Alex is like, please use plain now and again. I should really. I should.
It's the variegated annoys you so much. You complain about them not matching.
I know. I do complain about them not matching, but
Plain yarn and they will match.
I think it's a dopamine thing. When you see the colour change, it feels like you're doing a fresh project as it's going round. But when it's the same colour and it's just constant, same stitches, I get a little bit of a meltdown.
Or just take a break from it and do something else.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I'm wearing a new scarf today that came from Liz yesterday. It's stunning. And I have 4 more of these in different shades, which I will be adding to the website later on this week. So check out for those. They're huge and so soft and gorgeous.
My earrings will be on the website.
Oh yes, the earrings will also be on the website soon. We are here till about 4 o'clock, and then we start packing away, get the car 20 past 4. I got up at 4:30 this morning. My brain was definitely stuck on crochet. I was pretty much like, is it a single crochet for the leg warmer? Shall I start with a single? Shall I do double? Just the obsession is getting mad. I need to just chill a bit. So I got up at 4:30 and designed leg warmers with a nice tight bit round the top that flares out over your boots. They're very nice on. I'm just not entirely sure I like the pattern. It's not necessarily the colour. I think if I try them in a plain colour, you know, like that lovely green, the speckledy green, do it in that and then see what I think of the actual pattern. I don't know. It kind of looks like a fish if you turn it on its side. But we'll see. Maybe I should do some plain ones next and we'll see. I was also thinking how you display them. And I think the best way would be a piece of cardboard with sort of a T shape at the bottom and the top, and you slide it on, maybe? So I'll have to come up with that. So I will let you know if we sell anything more by the end of the day. And I am aware I look very strange. My hat looks ridiculous underneath this. I don't know if I made it too long or what I did. I wore this hat last year without any issues, but it looks like a nipple, just like stuck on the top of my head, which I wasn't aware of until Alex said, do you know what you look like? There we are. That's what my head looks like currently. I've tried pulling it right down, but it just keeps going. It could be because my hair's very soft, because I, did my hair as well. Let's blame it on the soft hair. That is why I've got a nipple hat. What a title that would be for the video. Nipple hat. Anyway, I will let you know if anything else sells. Oh, good morning. It is now 10 to 11 on Tuesday morning. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I think I'm getting a cold. Alex has messaged me saying exactly the same thing, that we've both got sort of dry issues in the throat and it feels a bit sore. Yay! We've had some cancellations for teaching today. due to flu and illnesses. It's that time of year. November is always the same. I can guarantee you I won't have all the lessons I'm supposed to have. So today will be Chris, who's working on his grade 7 exam, Beth, and I can't even remember what song we're doing, and Dan. Freya's not coming, Stephen's not coming, well, not coming, but Stephen would be online. So they've all moved to different times. Now, tomorrow is Chester, which I will be vlogging, which I'm excited to show you. And I am just sort of cracking on with stuff today. I do need to look at Junior Eurovision, but I haven't because I've still got leg warmers in my head. Woke up thinking about leg warmers yesterday, so I had to try some, and I'm not happy with them, so I'm still trying different ways of making leg warmers. It'd be great if I could do a simple set that doesn't take too long to make, that you could just stock up in the shop. And the original idea was just for me. I want more leg warmers because they're really, really warm and lovely. Maybe I should just make more of the first set that I did that I really like. Anyway, I finished the pattern I started yesterday. I'm not entirely happy with it. They do look like fish, but I now have a pair of leggings that look like fish. I will be labelling them up and taking pictures and all of that ready for the website for sale. So here is one of said fish and the other said fish. It's a beautiful yarn. It's chunky, so it's toasty warm. It has some extra sort of ribbing at the top so that it holds up on the leg and it flares out at the bottom, so it's got increases at the bottom. I will take some pictures of them on my feet so you can see what they look like. I'm just not happy with the design. I like this. I think that looks awesome, but for leg warmers, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Oh, we will deliver your parcel today. What parcel? I don't know. I know I've ordered some boxes and some paper bags, but I didn't think that they would come this quick, so we'll see. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing with these yet. They are lovely, but not kind of what I wanted. And I do agree with Alex, I've got to stop using the variegated yarn all the time. Come on, get some plain ones done. Oh, someone's picking the Centro up that's arrived. I have discovered that there is a 32 pin Centro which would be absolutely perfect for leggings, but it's out of stock everywhere. The only place I've managed to find it, it was like £40. I'm not prepared to pay £40 for them. The 32 pin that's just behind me over there, I think I paid £9. Sorry, 22 pin is £9. The 48 pin I paid £20. I think it's because they've stopped making it, so people have just bumped the prices up. It looks like a mushroom and it's 32 pin. I've got 22, 40 and 42. Either too small or a bit too big for leg warmers. I could make it in panels and join together, but I don't want the obvious seam if I can avoid it. So I have attempted a set on the little Centro, the 22 pin. They are narrow, but the yarn is super stretchy. Super stretchy. I made some hats out of this recently and spotted that the hats came out a bit baggy, a bit like floppy. So not ideal for hats, but it could be ideal for leggings. So I've done it in two layers. I've just got to crochet the ends together gently because we don't want it to be too tight or it's not going to go on the leg. I have used variegated yarn, but it's the only one I've got that's super stretchy. It is Curiosity, it's called. And I made a hat with it recently. You might remember the hat. I double-stranded the hat, which I wasn't really a fan of. But anyway, I've got them here. I'm going to crochet them together and see how it comes together. Liz is in the shop today. She's putting stock out. I've got bags to go out. I forgot I'm not in this Wednesday. I'm in Chester, so it won't be until the weekend. And I've had a wool delivery. This is for a customer order.
New metal streamline for this project.
Just explode them everywhere. So being a customer order, it's for a cardigan. Let me show you. Okay, so I finished the scarf yesterday And because it was quite long, I decided to start the cardigan with the end of the yarn. This is going to be an incredible cardigan. What a yarn choice. Look at that. Imagine that in a full cardigan. Let's fold it over. That is going to be stunning. This is Lagoon by Yarn Smiths, which is Wool Warehouse's own, and it's chunky. And I've got 3 more. Where's the other one? The other one. Ready to make the cardigan. So that will be on my to-do list. But isn't it stunning? Wow. That's going to make a gorgeous cardigan. I've already made a scarf and a hat out of that yarn, and I bought a couple of extra colours because it was on special offer. It's not now. It's cost me £9.50 a ball. When I bought it, it was £4.50, and I ordered a blue and a grey, a green, and also that red. The blue and the grey was for a customer order. Anyway, it's not got that much stitch definition, but the colours are just gorgeous. Right, so because I was ordering, and if you order over, I think it's over £30, you get free postage, I bought something extra. You know, why not? Shove that over there. So I got Big Value King Cole Aran. It is a burgundy colour with little flecks, almost like a tweed. It's called Big Value Aran. And I thought it would make a beautiful beanie hat. And I haven't got very many Arans. So I actually spent about 10 minutes looking for an extra yarn that I could order for it to go over the £30 for free postage. So that's what I got. So we're going to use that for beanies probably. I have used King Cole Aran before. It looks quite fluffy, like it would fluff up with a bit of a halo. And this is premium acrylic, approximately 231 yards, and we use a 5mm hook, I think, and it's washable. So that will go in the Aran stash for a beanie. Because, yeah, beanies sell well. Yesterday, I didn't say, it was all Alex's stuff that sold. I sold one beanie. One knitted beanie. But there we go, you know, sometimes that happens. So I am now going to sew it in the ends of this. Well, you kind of crochet them together. And I'm going to see, that needs to be in there, what size they look like. Because obviously that and that is quite different. But they might work for very thin legs. But it does stretch a lot. So if you put that to that, it actually stretches a bit bigger. So we'll see, we'll see. And I've made them longer so that they could kind of ripple up a bit. And these took me literally 10 minutes, whereas that took me a whole day to do those. So I thought we'd give it a shot. Because again, I don't want their join down the edge. Could do it in panels, could do it on the big knitting machine and then fold it and then, but I don't want the join. I wanted to try and do it circular. So, but I will probably get a 32 pin at some point if I can find one. If anyone sees a 32 pin less than £40, let me know. It looks like a mushroom. It's called a centro. Can't find one. I've looked on everything from eBay to Temu to Amazon, but it's all quite expensive. I'm not saying I'm, you know, not prepared to pay money, but when I paid 20 quid for the 48 pin, oh goodness me, I think that's the cold coming. Right, I best get on. Also, I've just realised the time on this vlog. I'm probably over time and I'm trying to stick to half an hour. So I'm going to sign off from this one, but you will be able to see more of my makes in the future. This vlog was very much about business and organisation and planning. Now, I haven't set in stone Vlogmas yet, but at this moment in time, I'm doing the 1st to the 25th, all 25 days, and then it will go back to the normal Wednesday and Sunday, and it will be vlog based. There might be the odd tutorial thrown in there might be the odd cooking video, but pretty much vlog based. You will get crochet in it, literally. I don't know why I keep justifying myself with the crochet. There will be crochet in it because I've got lots of crochet orders, but that's where we are. So tomorrow I'm going to Chester. I will vlog it. I will see you in the next one. Bye, loves.